Podcast. That was bad. Let's do it again.
Podcast.
That was good.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Welcome to What Pissed You Off This Week.
I'm your host, Lele. Stop laying 2048. Raukola, and I'm joined here today by Torgeir. Can you bring me my snooze box, please? Ryssevik. Say hello, Torgeir.
Hello.
And Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Yay! Feliz
Christmas
Navidad.
dance.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Don't roast me in the comments if I don't know how to pronounce that correctly. I don't actually speak Spanish, contrary to popular belief.
You don't?
No, I can say tu madre es una puta fea.
I can say un cerveza, por favor.
Yeah. He can order a beer. I can call your mother an ugly whore.
Have you seen the interview with the Swedish kid? It was like, kan du no spanska då? And then he's like, hola, señorita. and then that's like all he can say.
No, I didn't, but...
He's like so confident, like going in like, yeah, I can speak a little Spanish. Hola, señorita.
And that's all of it?
That's all.
So he can say, hello, miss.
Yes.
Nice. What did you wish for Christmas, since it's almost Christmas, a couple days to go?
For Christmas, I wish for peace on earth.
You pretentious fuck. No, you don't.
I don't really have anything that I wish for.
Other than peace on earth.
You know, that would be nice, actually.
That would actually,
if
you know what?
grocery store prices would go down, that'd be great.
Yeah, that would be great. Throwback to the first episode.
Yeah,
For a second, I don't remember.
And if my car would just magically be up and running again and pass EU inspection, that would be fantastic.
Which is not going to happen.
Christmas miracle. What do you know?
You know what? Here's to hoping.
Yes. I feel really distant with sunglasses. So
You don't want to be Tix?
No, I'm not going to be a Tix this episode.
All right. Fun fact, he sold his sunglasses to Tix.
Yeah, he may or may not be using my sunglasses as we speak.
That is so cool, though.
Yeah, he purchased my sunglasses.
You should have traded with him. Then you would have Tix's sunglasses.
That would have been so much cooler.
Or just because he offered to buy your glasses for like, what, 5 times the price? And you were drunk and nice. So you're like, that's not how much I paid for them.
He offered to buy them for 5,000 kroner.
Mm-hmm.
I said, oh, but I bought them for 1,500. And then he was like, okay, I'll vips you 1,500. And I was like, okay.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, but I was kind of drunk at this point, so I didn't kind of realize. But then one of the guys I was with told me later, like, he did offer you 5,000 and you turned him down. I was like, did he? No.
But that just means that you are nice.
Yeah.
And you are honest to a fault. Literally.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I guess there's worse things to be
Then
honest. Like a Zionist, for example.
Yeah. True. What do you want for Christmas, or what do you wish for Christmas?
Money.
Yeah?
Money. Cold, hard cash.
Yeah. I guess if you put it in the freezer, it'll be cold.
And hard.
And hard.
Kind of like my soul and heart.
If you take bills and then you wet them and then you put them in the freezer, they will be cold and hard.
That is true.
And cash.
No, but like I want money because I don't want people to buy me material things.
Yeah.
Because I live in Norway and I'm going to Finland for Christmas.
Yeah, you can't bring a lot of shit.
Exactly. Like if people put a lot of thought into things they have made for me or bought for me, I'm going to have to leave it in Finland. Like I'm not going to be able to have it with me. So that's why I would rather that people, instead of buying me like that, even if it's fucking 10 euros that you're putting into a Christmas gift, or 5, give me that $5. I can buy a beer with that, and I'll be happy and content. Or I can buy HK munapekani kolmioleipä from the store. HK egg and bacon sandwich.
Hell yeah.
Fucking love it. It's so good. HK, if you're watching this, start selling those in Norway, please. It's so good. But yeah, cold hard cash, you want to fucking, what was it, peace on earth?
Yeah, and my car to be suddenly fixed.
Let's hope that at least one of those happens.
What pissed you off this week?
What pissed me off this week is a very old thing.
Yeah.
But the last season of the TV show Lucifer has, as we were preparing for this episode, started pissing me off because I remembered how much I hated it.
Yeah.
Because Lucifer, I really loved when it started out. Because basically the premise is that the devil lives in Los Angeles and he helps this detective called Chloe solve crimes. And it's like a cop procedural. And one of the guys is just the literal biblical devil.
Yeah.
And like it was a really funny show because like he also just never denies it. He's completely honest the whole time. Yeah, I'm the devil. But no one obviously believes him.
Yeah.
And
I'm the literal devil. Yeah, you are.
Yeah, like they just think that he's this really eccentric nightclub owner from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
But no, he's the literal fucking devil.
Lucifer himself.
Yeah, and it was a very good show for the first 2 seasons.
Just like From.
Mm-hmm. Then it got cancelled. I think it was on Fox originally, and Netflix bought it. They got the Netflix treatment in the sense that the writing went to shit. But like the last season was just so terrible, and I have gathered a list as to how and or why it was bad. Because for example, they introduced like Michael, which was Lucifer's evil brother kind of. That was played by the same actor that played Lucifer, but he just did a horrible American accent.
But is there like a biblical Michael? Does Lucifer have a brother?
Yeah, the Archangel Michael.
Oh, so there is a Michael.
Yeah, Michael is an actual angel. I think it was Michael that, like, in the Bible tells the fucking shepherds that Jesus has been born.
Hell yeah.
I could be
go,
wrong.
Michael.
Not if it's the same guy from this show, then he sucks ass.
Hell yeah.
But basically, this show was centered around kind of like a will they, won't they between this Chloe and Lucifer. And it was...
As in will they, won't they
get together.
Fuck?
Yes.
Yes.
They do, spoiler alert. Usually you say the spoiler alert before the spoiler, but I'll do it like my way. But yeah, it was about their relationship and also Lucifer's character, because I really liked he as a character was not evil and never was. And he was just very deeply misunderstood and like kind of struggling with the fact that everything bad in the world is always blamed on him and he hasn't done shit.
Who, the devil?
Yeah. Yeah, because he was like, people always said like, oh, the devil made me do it. I have never told anyone to say anything or do anything. And like, it was a very fun spin on a classic character that has been kind of overdone.
Yeah.
I really liked it. But then the last season introduced just so many stupid plot lines like time travel.
Hell yeah.
Suddenly, Lucifer, this is major spoilers for the last season, Lucifer and Chloe have a time-traveling daughter called Rory or Aurora, who has come from the past because she was pissed at Lucifer for suddenly leaving during her childhood and then having to grow up without a father.
Yeah.
When that was kind of like or daddy issues were what Lucifer was struggling with. But then we are revealed in the last episode that was because some paradox that because Lucifer leaves, Aurora gets to find herself, and then in the end she begs him to still leave, even though now they found out that what happened to Lucifer, like, still leave and let me kind of relive this thing as I grow up. It was so fucking bizarre.
But like, never bring in time travel.
In the last season.
Yeah, like, if time travel is your main shtick, cool.
Yeah.
But
don't
if
bring
you have
it in.
a thing going and you bring in time travel...
Yeah.
No. You're just gonna fuck up things.
Yeah, and especially because Chloe already had a daughter called Trixie.
Yeah.
And she was completely forgotten in the last season. And I kept constantly waiting, like, when's Trixie gonna come back? She didn't.
Yeah.
It kind of put the entire focus of the last season of a beloved show on this new character that they introduced in the last season. That was a complete Deus Ex Machina that had nothing to do with anything that was happening before.
Yeah, but like if you look at, for example, Harry Potter, the time travel thing in the 3rd book is really fucking cool in that book.
Yeah.
But that existing in the universe brings the question throughout the whole rest of the story. Why didn't they use a time turner?
Yeah.
Oh, somebody died. Why didn't they use a time turner?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Lucifer's decision, which was to leave Chloe and Rory, to work as a therapist in hell.
Yeah.
That's why he left. To work as a fucking therapist in hell. Because, that's a major part of the show that, like, he also has a therapist who kind of helps him work through his feelings, and he constantly misunderstands her, like, and does something incredibly stupid, and the therapist is like, that is not what I told you to do.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, they also completely sidelined supporting characters like Maze, Amenadiel, Linda, and Ella, who were like really big parts like of the show. Like they were in the ensemble, but very big characters and important and beloved. Like I fucking loved Maze, and like her storyline, and Ella, super just forgotten about.
Yeah.
Super rushed pacing. It was only 10 episodes. It was just, boring, especially because all of those 10 episodes were centered around Rory, who was annoying from the start. Like I never saw any fan like her character.
Just like from being centered around Fatima.
Yeah. And then there was complete lack of any detective work, even though it was a cop procedural. Chloe's arc was super boring. It was like an overly sentimental ending that focused on goodbyes, because basically, like Lucifer leaves when Rory she's about to be born, I think.
Yeah.
And then basically Chloe, who's in her 40s maybe or late 30s, has to live the rest of her life without Lucifer, even though they're like soulmates. Leah, she lives her whole life alone as a single parent because Lucifer is working as a therapist in hell. But it also just kind of...
Is he like a therapist for dead people who have come to hell?
Yes.
Huh.
And then like it's then also kind of still ends up lacking any emotional purpose because they get reunited in hell, and Chloe kind of goes to hell to be with Lucifer. So like it's just kind of like, okay, well, if you're gonna give me this emotional gut punch that they don't kind of get each other, don't then have them be together forever in the afterlife.
Hell yeah.
And that has pissed me off this week because I remembered how much I loved that show and its queer representation, because one of the main characters was gay, and like their love story was a major part of it, like Maze and Eve.
Hell yeah.
And then they just fucked it up in the last couple of seasons. And the penultimate season, super shit as well. They had a musical number and everything. I hated it. Bad. Anyway, what pissed you off this week?
What pissed me off this week is a tale as old as time. It is the winter. The weather is getting colder, and it's gonna keep getting colder. Right now, I'm currently freezing my butt off. Not in here. I have the fucking blanket and everything. But if I go out, I'm freezing my butt off. And it's currently, 0 degrees? Still freezing my butt off. And it's gonna get to like minus 30. And just knowing...
Oh, it's minus 11 right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So it is actually pretty fucking cold.
Yeah.
And it's gonna get colder. And just thinking about how cold it's gonna be for the next like 5 months pisses me off.
And we're lucky if it's only fucking 5 months.
Yeah.
Probably still snow in fucking July.
Yeah, but at least it'll be warmer.
Fair.
Yeah.
Very true.
And also slippery.
Yeah, no, it was horrible. We were walking to the store, I think, yesterday, and it was just... it wasn't yesterday, it was a couple days ago. Complete fucking mirror ice.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Impossible to walk.
And it's just... Yeah, everything sucks. And like I said, like I constantly have this like headache because I think I'm gonna fall and smash my skull.
And like, I don't know who said it. Somebody said, like, it's not a wonder like Norwegians have really bad backs.
Yeah.
When they reach like their 40s.
Yeah.
Because like everyone's walking around like this, trying to like be prepared to fall and like super tense.
Yeah. No, my back has been absolutely shit.
Yeah.
So fucking relatable.
Yes.
And yeah, in Finland last year we had 9 months of snow.
You're fucking joking.
No, 9. We got it in early September and it left halfway through May.
That's this many.
That is like majority of the year.
That's a whole pregnancy.
That is a whole pregnancy.
A whole pregnancy of snow.
The earth was giving birth to the sun in summer.
No, it wasn't. It was snowing and it was shit.
Okay, we are not trying to be positive in this podcast.
Nope.
Understandable.
This is what pissed you off this week, not what made you smile this week.
Somebody gave me feedback. I'm like, oh, that's kind of a negative thing. I'm like, but no, or somebody said to me, like, oh, you're being so negative. I'm like, I have a podcast called What Pissed You Off This Week.
Yes.
I am capitalizing on my negativity.
Negativity.
That's the word.
Yes.
Thank you.
Christmas traditions with Torgeir and Lele. So I promised a couple episodes ago to tell you about the German poop log.
Go ahead.
I was wrong. It's not German. It's Catalan.
Catalan. All right.
Yeah. So in the area between Spain and France, is it?
Yep.
Catalan. They have the tradition of the poop log.
The
called
poop log.
the Kagatiu, which is...
Isn't that Uncle Poo?
Might be?
Tio is, I think, uncle.
Might be.
At least in Spanish.
It has like an apostrophe above the O.
Yeah, Tio.
Huh. Maybe it's
Tio.
Uncle Poo Poo.
Let's ask ChatGPT. But yes, keep telling me about the...
Yes. So this is a hollowed out log with a painted face. And usually also with like a Christmas hat or like decorated...
No, it translates to pooping log.
Pooping log. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's what it is. The pooping log. And yeah, it has a face and it has kind of legs, so it stands like slanted kind of. And let me check. I need to fact check this. It is on the 8th of December.
Right?
They have the feeding ceremony where they feed the poop log. Wait. No. It starts on December the 8th. And then every night they feed the log and they like give it nuts and fruits and whatnot. And they feed the log, which symbolizes taking care of the log. And then
nice.
On Christmas Day or Christmas Eve, they will sit around the log and have the poop log ceremony where they sing songs that go, let me check my notes again, poop log, poop nougats. And the log will eventually poop out treats and like, I don't know, chocolates and sweets and whatnot. And then all the children are happy.
I want a poop log.
Yes. But yeah, so in the Catalan area, they have the poop log.
Is it Catalonia?
Catalonia, yeah. Catalonia? I don't know. I don't know how they
Finnish,
pronounce
it's Catalonia.
Yeah, I used to go on vacation there.
Oh,
quite
nice.
much in the south of France.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, a place called Collioure. Hell yeah.
Was that the place where there was the place called
Yeah, that was near... yeah, I think that is in Catalonia, the place called
And how was it spelled?
I don't remember, but...
At least 5 letters, was it?
At least 5 letters, all vowels.
And it's just called
It's pronounced But yeah, I will, while we're still on the poop log and while we're still in Catalonia, we also have, I think this just translates to the pooper.
Right.
It's the kaganer. And the kaganer is a small figurine of a defecating man hidden in nativity scenes. It's seen as a symbol of good luck and fertility, representing the natural cycle of fertilizing the earth.
That sounds like such a lie that somebody told because they decided to fuck with the nativity scene and hide a pooping figure. And then when someone got really mad, what the fuck is there a man pooping in here? No, that's totally there to represent fertility and the fertilizing the earth.
Hell yeah.
That is that. There's no way that didn't start off as a lie.
Could be. But yeah, in Catalonia, they like to think of poop for Christmas for some reason.
Nice.
Yeah.
My first Christmas tradition from around the world is from Ukraine, where in addition to standard tinsel, fairy lights, and baubles, Ukrainians like to throw an artificial spider and web on the tree as well. And this apparently comes from a tradition, or like it comes from a tale of an old person or old woman who couldn't afford to decorate her Christmas tree. And she woke up on Christmas morning to discover a spider had covered her tree in glorious and sparkling web. And I found like some people have put like kind of like, web looking thing on the tree. Yeah. And some had like these ornamental spider webs or tiny spiders in the tree.
Hell yeah.
I feel like that would be your personal hell.
It's like a Halloween Christmas.
Yeah, that sounds super cool though.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
And I love it. Yeah, like I said.
But like in the story where it's just a real spider or it's just taken over the tree.
But I think like the spider has made it like pretty. Spider made like a really pretty web.
But still, it's a spider. It's creepy, crawly, icky, nasty.
Then go
I don't
next.
like it. Do I do the next one?
Yes.
Yes. So for the next Christmas tradition around the world, we have the Yule lads in Iceland.
All right.
So Icelandic children are visited by 13 mischievous trolls known as the Yule lads in the 13 days leading up to Christmas.
All right.
Each night, children leave shoes by the window, and the Yule lads leave gifts or rotting potatoes if the child has been naughty. Each troll has a unique personality, such as spoon licker, door slammer, and sausage swiper. I'm not making this shit up.
Sausage swiper. What kind of sausage are we talking about?
What kind of swiping are we talking about?
Exactly. So is that just the wanker?
I guess so. So on day 4, you will have the wanker come by. Be prepared, guys.
In Iceland, it's not the uncle, it's the elf. can't say that.
Do you have another Christmas tradition from
Yes,
around the world?
This is coming from Czech Republic.
Czech Republic.
And they
Czech that
do-
Republic.
Hell yeah, they
Hell
do
yeah.
shoe throwing.
Shoe throwing.
Yeah, and over Christmas, Czech women use a clever trick to predict their love lives for the coming year. Unmarried women stand with their backs to the front doors and toss shoes over their shoulders. If a shoe lands with its toe pointing towards the door, the woman may very well be planning a wedding within the next 12 months.
Hell yeah.
That's a fun tradition.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Do you have a next one?
I do have a nice one. Yeah, this is apparently a Norwegian tradition that I have not heard of.
Right?
And this is the tradition of hiding brooms, apparently. So in Norway, it's believed that witches and evil spirits come out on Christmas Eve. To prevent them from stealing household brooms for flying, families hide their brooms before bed. This tradition has its root in old pagan superstitions.
I have never heard of that one.
No, I've never hidden a broom in my life.
Now
I
you
don't
have
think.
to do that
Yeah,
this year.
to make sure the witches don't come and steal my brooms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Elfa
Hide your
Bang,
brooms.
Elfa Bang Glinda are gonna take them for a joyride.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Joy ride.
Joyride.
Hell
It's
yeah.
such a great song.
It is a pretty fucking good song.
I have my next one from Japan.
Japan.
Yes, which is that Japanese people eat KFC on Christmas. And this apparently started from like a very good marketing campaign from KFC's end that
Yeah.
convinced the Japanese that is like a traditional American Christmas thing.
The most American
Yeah.
Christmas.
So they like you have to order a table to be able to eat KFC on Christmas in Japan, and like there's a delivery system set up where you can order a KFC bucket in advance to have it delivered to your house and to make sure that you have your KFC chicken. And apparently KFC in Japan on Christmas Day, they have the most profitable week of the year, like in the week leading up to the 25th of December.
Huh.
And they have like fully Christmas, like Santa outfit, rocking Colonel Sandals and everything on the streets. They eat KFC.
Hell yeah. That is pretty fun.
That is pretty fun.
Have you heard the thing about, you know the frozen pizza Grandiosa?
Yeah?
Have you heard?
Grandis.
Yes. Have you heard the thing about the day of the year where we sell the most Grandiosa in Norway?
Isn't that also Christmas?
That is on Christmas Eve.
Isn't that also from a marketing campaign that
It is
succeeded
not.
very well in the 70s?
The thing is, like, it is kind of a joke that a lot of Norwegians eat frozen pizzas on Christmas Eve. But that's not the thing.
Right.
The reason why we sell so much of it is because fucking stressed out parents who are working for hours on the actual Christmas dinner. And they have kids who are nagging and hungry and whatnot. And they want to just get some quick food in those kids so they can stop nagging about food. So they put in a frozen pizza.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, we do sell a lot of frozen pizza
That's
on
fun.
Christmas Eve.
And like, yeah, Norway loves their Grandiosa.
Yeah, Grandiosa is sacred.
Yeah, you have like songs written about it and everything.
Yeah, that was marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thing
yeah.
is, I did not know that the line from the Take Song Deluxe, the Vi snakker ekte kjærlighet, I did not know that that's like their tagline.
That's from the Lördagspizza. That was a
Yeah.
fucking banger.
Yeah, the thing is, I only ever knew that line from the Tick song.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
then when I started seeing it on the pizza boxes, at first I was like, oh, does Ticks have this big of a like grasp on the marketing thing? But then I realized, oh, no, this line was just probably included in the song.
Yeah. You know, because I think it was back in 2002 they had this song. And it went super viral. Like, however viral things can go back in 2002. This
Yeah.
was pre-internet.
Yeah?
We had like phones with actual buttons on them. And we
Yeah.
could send things over Bluetooth.
Oh, I remember
And like
that.
everyone had that fucking ringtone with
Yeah.
it's not getting the Charlie hit. And like if you had an actual MP3 phone, you would have the song. But if you had the shittier phones,
You
which
were
couldn't
voice
play
recorded.
No. You couldn't play MP3s, but you could play shitty ass MIDI files. So you had like ringtone type versions
Oh,
of
shit.
different songs. Among those, that song, the
Oh,
fucking
shit.
Grandiosa song. That was like the most popular ringtone song.
I think
for
we
a
also
while.
had like a Grandiosa song. I don't remember how it went. I was
Do you have Grandiosa in Finland?
yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's not.
What?
I think it's
Do
an
you have
original.
Grandiosa in Finland?
Yeah, but it's not very popular. But like it is,
I am shook to
I guess
the
it is
core.
popular, but people prefer ristorante more. At least I've never bought Grandiosa if ristorante is available.
I don't trust Finnish people.
Ristorante has like actual fillings, whereas Grandis just has like
But Grandis
shoved
has
up.
äkta kärlighet. Wow.
Ristorante has
Vi
good
snakker om
food
total fullkommenhet.
med pizza.
Nei, med ekte biff for de små og de store og de bortskjemte kidsa. 8 potter rømmedressing. Grandiosa lørdagspizza.
Did you say 8?
8 potter rømmedressing.
Nice.
Those are the lyrics to the song if you didn't get that.
Yeah, I got that.
Yes.
I got that. I have some listening comprehension skills.
So a last one from me. In Venezuela, in the city of Caracas, it's customary for people to roller skate to early morning Christmas Mass during the festive season. So they just roller skate to church, I guess. Fucking all of them. Streets are even closed to traffic to allow skaters to glide safely.
That's super sweet, though.
Yeah. Families also fire off fireworks to celebrate.
That's really nice.
Yeah, they just fucking roller skate.
That's so fucking fun. Okay, the last one for me comes from Slovakia. And in Slovakia, it's a Christmas dinner tradition for the most senior member of the family to throw some of the pudding, usually made from milk, bread, poppy seeds, and something sweet, onto the ceiling. And the amount that sticks indicates the luck everyone should receive in the coming year. I feel like this tradition also just started off as somebody wanting to throw the pudding in the ceiling and coming up with an excuse as to why.
It's stuck!
Literally.
Yeah.
Like, I want to throw pudding in this. Wouldn't that be nightmarish to clean, though?
Yeah, of course it would.
Like, no, I just fondled the balls and it made a sound. Don't do it. I asked you guys today to send us, like, if you had someone you wanted to wish Merry Christmas to through the podcast, and we have gotten 3.
Ah, hell yeah.
One comes from a wolftastic hug.
Ah, hell yeah.
A.k.a. Jennifer Fuentes. And my dear old and broken, to Spanish sub-cubs, my dear friend Alina, to all sub-cubs of the world.
Hell yeah.
And sub-cubs are fans of Subwoofer.
Yes.
That I have the pleasure to working with, because I run their social media.
Hell
so,
yeah.
Merry Christmas to the old and broken.
Hell yeah.
Say it. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to the old and broken and to all sub-cubs around the world. Hell yeah.
Yes. She has sent in another one. Merry Christmas to Subwoofer, of course, and to Rus and Lele.
Ah, that's us!
That's us, man!
Merry Christmas, motherfucker!
Merry Christmas, motherfucker! Merry Christmas, Jennifer. That was very sweet.
Very sweet.
Thank you. Then our last listener writing comes from also a Jennifer.
Oi.
But my Jennifer Elström.
Oh, hell yeah.
And she says, Merry Christmas to my dog Vinna,
Oi.
who recently passed away.
Oh,
I
no.
wish she could celebrate with us one last time.
That's so sad.
That is so sad. Merry Christmas, Vinna.
Merry Christmas.
Vinna was the only one of Jennifer's dogs who actively wanted to cuddle with me every time I met.
Oh no.
One of their dogs, I don't remember her name, but she is so freaking afraid of me.
Oh.
And I always feel so bad. I'm like,
Yeah.
I think it's because I always dress up in black.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, I also smell like our dogs. So she doesn't like me. But I'm like, I really wanted to love you. But the Vinna, their older dog, she was super sweet.
Hell yeah. By the way, look at your sweater.
What about it?
You don't have the lights on.
Damn it.
You need to have the Christmas lights on.
Now for the lighting of the Christmas tree. Are you ready, Torgeir?
Yes.
Should we have like a ceremony for this?
Can we count down from 5?
Can we turn off the studio lights and then do a dramatic?
We can.
We are now preparing for the first ever annual lighting of the What Pissed You Off This Week Christmas tree. Torgeir, do you have some kind of Christmas wishes you would like to say?
No.
None?
No. Just light the motherfucking tree, motherfucker.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Yay! Whee! I ran out of breath. Merry Christmas to you
Merry
folks at
Christmas.
home. Next week when we see you, we are going to have a lovely guest.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
Super excited.
Our guest is the best person in the world, I think.
Yeah. I think she
I think
is
was her
the
nickname.
best,
Yes, I think
too, yes.
I would almost agree because she's not Jade.
Anyway, my lovely girlfriend is coming on the podcast next week, and it's going to be super fun.
My hairdresser and your hairdresser.
My hairdresser as well.
And a beloved friend, not just a hairdresser.
Yes.
Yes. Merry Christmas, Torgeir.
Merry Christmas.
Are you looking forward to spending Christmas at home with Selina?
Yes. Very much so.
That is lovely.
We're going to just chill, not go anywhere, just be at home.
That sounds lovely.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to Christmas with my family.
Hell yeah.
And Masi, definitely my dog.
Hell yeah.
He's the best dog in the world. But Merry Christmas to you. The guy who's kind of long, from Bad Again, brown eyes, brown beard, not there at all. It's actually seated next to me.
Oh, what?
Merry Christmas.
Me?
Yes.
What?
Merry Christmas, my friend.
Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
Hell yeah. And Merry Christmas to you at home.
Yes.
Bye.
Good night and farewell.
Farewell.
See you next week for New Year's episode.
Yes, bye.
Bye.